Previously, I posted a video regarding my opinions and impressions of Anthem, where I stated that while I thought that Anthem was a good game, it was not an excellent game. Recently, Kotaku's Jason Schreier posted an article called How Bioware's Anthem Went Wrong, and it actually helped to explain some of the reasons why Anthem was held back from true greatness. The weird thing was that even before the article went online, Bioware posted its own response to the article saying that they don't believe the value in tearing down one another or one another's work. The thing is that the article doesn't tear anybody down, it doesn't single out any one particular person as responsible for Anthem's difficulties. It's a really interesting article, and I just wanted to present some of my takeaways from reading it. First off, it seems one of the main overriding issues with the development of Anthem was the use of the Frostbite engine. The Frostbite engine was developed by DICE, the makers of the Battlefield series. However, EA wanted to use this engine in other Bioware games, including Dragon Age Inquisition and Mass Effect Andromeda. Previously, I've read stories about how difficult it was for Bioware to adapt this engine into those games, and it seems that Anthem was no exception. Using the Frostbite engine made the development cycle in Anthem far more complicated and far longer than it should have been. Also, EA didn't provide Bioware with a lot of help, as the technical teams who were familiar with the Frostbite engine were pulled away to work on more profitable projects like Battlefront or the FIFA series. The fact is that I understand from a business perspective why EA wanted Bioware to use the Frostbite engine. Using a third-party engine such as the popular Unreal Engine would have costed EA money, so they wanted to cut costs by using technology that they owned. But at the same time, giving the tools that Bioware wanted that were more flexible would have shortened the development cycle and allowed Bioware more time to polish the game. A more polished game would have led to better reception from critics and gamers alike. A better reception would have led to more sales and hence more profit. I simply can't imagine that the money saved by using a Frostbite engine would have been greater than the money made by having a good polished game. Another major issue with the development of Anthem was that there was no clear vision for the game. For example, deciding on whether Anthem would be more of a role-playing game or a loot shooter like Destiny. This was compounded by the fact that some of the people who originally came up with the idea for Anthem left the company. Also, as one former Bioware developer stated, decision-making was done by panel, meaning that there was nobody there to put their foot down and say, this is the direction that we're going in. However, in the fall of 2017, a man named Mark Dara joined the project, and it was at this point that they finally had someone to focus development on the game. I'm confident that if somebody like him had joined earlier, development would have gone a lot more smoothly. Lastly, the other major problem that was facing Anthem is that the developers didn't seem to want to learn from others within the company. For example, Bioware has two studios, one in Austin, Texas, and one in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, which is the main office. The people at the Austin studio developed Star Wars: The Old Republic, which is a large online RPG. As such, the Austin studio had experience developing online games, which would have been a benefit to the Edmonton studio, which is developing for the first time an online shooter. However, even after the Austin studio was brought onto the Anthem project, any advice that they gave would be simply ignored or dismissed. Also, it seemed that the people who developed Anthem didn't want to learn from mistakes that were made during the development of Dragon Age Inquisition and Mass Effect Andromeda. I think most people know that when you work on something, you need to utilize all the resources that you have, and it seemed that the developers of Anthem didn't. If they did, perhaps development time would be a lot shorter than it was. In the end, I understand why Bioware would be a little bit defensive about this article. No one likes to see their name getting dragged on the internet, but as the saying goes, the first step in solving any problem is recognizing that there is one, and Anthem had many problems. I sincerely hope that both Bioware and EA will take its experience from the development of Anthem and learn from these mistakes and not repeat them in the future. As for Anthem itself, I personally still enjoy the game, although I haven't been playing it as much recently. I'm still very hopeful that Bioware can turn things around and truly make Anthem into an excellent game. Bioware is one of the few studios out there that I believe can do this. And that's the end of my video. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, as well as check out my other videos on this channel. Until next time, this is Jason from Force Hammer Gaming, signing off.